Howdy folks, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Stellaris. Currently we're playing as the humanoid faction, focusing on the psionic capabilities of the human mind. So we're currently in an empire consisting of at least 2 races, if we're not actually more at the moment. Actually we're at 5 it looks like, of which 2 are forms of humans. Now the Gorf are of course a subordinate, or basically a species that I basically have upgraded, or basically they were my servants. What's the better term for it? They were part of basically being part of my faction, but yeah, I basically was their protector. They are now part of my actual citizens here as well. Let's get the game rolling in the meantime. Do you want to do that? No. Right, so let's have a look at where our realm stands at the moment. Are there any new systems that have become part of our domain yet? It's just outside of our reach. Barely, but just still outside. It's a bit of a pity, but that's okay. Any other systems here? Nope. None of these here are within our reach. That one has now become in our reach, so that ship here is in the midst of building up the relevant bits on there. This ship has completed its mission.
Research complete.
It's going to help over there. We just finished research, so we can now clear the actual marshes, or swamps I should say. So what's the next one we're going to go for do on here? This unlocks ecological adaptation. Allows to terraform inhabited planets. Frontier clinic. Increases growth speed. Leader lifespan. I think that's a very useful one. Unlocks the biological path, which is fine. So leader lifespan increased by an extra 10 years. Always a welcome addition, I would say. Fleet orders were cancelled because we're unable to build. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm quite happy with that. We've got another colony ship here. Question is it doing anything at the moment, this colony ship? It's moving.
Construction complete.
This planet here, let's have a look at the surface. Do we want to do anything with this? This is an Arctic world. What size is it? It's size 14. Do I want to colonize it? Do I really want to colonize it? I probably can as well, can't I? Yeah, let's just put it in our
incoming transmission.
And let's decide to put it up there in that corner. Research agreement with our neighbors. I'm quite happy with that. They want quite a few of my minerals, but that's, I guess, survivable. So we can upgrade some of our buildings here. We can build some extra food production facilities here.
Colonization
research
in progress.
Facility here. Let's go through these other worlds here. We could remove that, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. Happiness at the moment is reduced here, and I do want to build off here a zoo. Now where's the zoo? There we go. What's the benefit of the zoo? Well, the zoo will actually give us additional happiness, as well as migration attraction, which, okay. So 2 parties have declared war upon each other.
Complete.
Ooh, that's my southern neighbors. Okay, so let's go through the rest of these worlds here. Any other improvements I need to establish here? No, I can clear these bits here, as you can see. Which will cost us quite a bit of resource, but that's fine. Exactly what we got resources for, to spend them. Okay. Main fleet is still down here. We're building up a nice reserve here. We need a few more points in terms of influence to be able to, of course, colonize this world.
Construction complete.
Right. The structure's upgraded. I'm going to upgrade that building once again. And what am I actually going to remove to be able to facilitate this? Do I want to do less food production? I could move someone from food production over to there. Energy production is always welcome, I would say. So I need 200 and... how much was it? Select that ship again. I need basically 768. So I need a little while longer to get that done. Good. So what I'm going to do on here, I'm not quite sure yet. I could go for a power plant, but I got enough of those, I think. Research facilities, mining.
Construction complete.
No, I think planetary shield would be an interesting one. It looks like for the moment I'm quite okay with where I am as we stand. Let's move our ship over here. Environment engineer. Cool. Let's move over to her world. Let's actually have a look at what she can actually do with that. So what's she able to do with environmental engineer? Is it this guy?
Construction complete.
I thought it was.
Construction complete.
Surface queue is finished here. The governor's been upgraded. Surface queue is finished here as well. Again, we can do some upgrades on here. This building here, I want to upgrade to a physics lab. I want to upgrade the food production facilities here as well. Our treaty would be... a research agreement has timed out with these guys here. Commonality of Phocion arrest. Interesting. It looks like the Oscogs. It is the Oscogs, but they are different. They've named it differently, their society. Which is fine, I guess. So let's get on into another research agreement. They're less likely to accept that now. What I could of course pursue for them is active sensor link information. I can actually offer them some instant energy in exchange. Let's see where they actually got their breaking point. Ah, okay. Let's get that into effect. Right, let's get the clock up. Clock speed up again. So they have accepted it. Perfect. Now there is another world here that's arid that we could potentially colonize. If we got the right tech for it. At the moment it looks like we haven't got really the potential for it yet. It's still a yellow world. It needs to really be green for us to be able to settle it, like this world here. Question is, do I want to keep this one here? So I got a... outpost here. The question is, do I still need it? I'm probably going to be able to get rid of it. Let's see what the impact of that is. That drops back. Ouch. Our admiral has died, unfortunately, so I can actually replace our admiral with a new person. Sublight speed and sensor range. Emergency FTL. Let's go for this guy here. Allocate, or lady here, I should probably say. So that was really the best deal I've done here. I should have maybe kept it in place. The only thing I can actually hope for is that we get some new technology soon that allows me to push my range out further.
Colony established.
Cool. Actually, why have I got influence over this? Interestingly enough. In theory, I shouldn't be able to influence what's going on the planets here, I would think. Or am I able to change this one as well? I'm actually able to move people around here. I thought it was down to the actual governor to actually do that. I can move people around, but I cannot actually choose what it is that they do.
Incoming transmission.
Okay. Consolidated Oscox. Asked to join Federation. Yep, they're not willing to do that. Council of Riga doesn't want to give it. These guys here don't want to give me access. Or membership, I should probably say. Too bad. So what? Well, we need about 13,000. So we need another 10,000 in total, which is going to be 91 months, it looks like.
Construction complete.
So what have we got? A physics lab, and I can actually upgrade that again. Let's look at all of our key planets here. We are standing at still about a 7 at the moment. I don't want to clear that entrance because, of course, that entrance gives me a connection to my underworld neighbors. These structures can all be upgraded, as you can see. So we've all been added to the queue. Aramanti. Who are they again? They are basically because of my agreement with one of my neighbors. Migration treaty.
Construction complete.
Okay.
Research complete.
Perfect. Hyperdrive upgrade. It's a nice one to have. Next one I'm going to go for is the advanced shields. So let's go back to my individual fleets. For the moment, I don't want to do anything with this fleet here. It's not guaranteeing independence, which is fine. Let's have a look at our actual designs of our ships. So if we go back to the corvettes. Now, these, of course, got the latest torpedoes already on there. Coil guns, they got the small one already on there.
Research
This is
complete.
already a fusion reactor, and in terms of shields, again, we got the basics already on there. Can I put a capacitor on there? Yeah, the only thing is, it looks like we need more energy here. It looks like this is taking up more power than originally planned. So what can we do? We can actually swap out one of these here. Gives me more power production, so let's do that. Move on to the destroyer design. Now, at the moment, we got one destroyer design here, where we only got one medium-sized slot, which I'm quite okay with. What is the P slot, though? Bear with me 1 second. Looks like we have to basically assign a new research task here. Let's go for that railgun upgrade here. Now, in terms of the actual designs where we were looking at for the destroyer, I'm not quite sure what the P slots are. What are the P slots? Here. Point defense. Sentinel point defense. Okay. So if I go for the large one of this, it's 23 to 45. That is... It's different. Well, whereas this one, of course, got a shield damage extra. This one ignores armor and has less because it's shield. So I've actually combined the two. Yeah, so I've got both types of weapons on there at the moment. Should of course give me some benefits here. And I do have an ability to put a shield capacitor on there if I wanted to. But that means I need to basically put less armor on there. Actually no armor whatsoever, I think. That gives me a balanced design at least again. But I wanted to basically upgrade this to a new hyperdrive as well. Plus, of course, intermediate combat computer. The ship will have a balanced approach between offensive and defensive. Chance to evade is increased. Thrusters is already on the correct design. So I'm going to get rid of that capacitor here. Alright, that will give me again a slight surplus here. What if I do this differently? I could take the actual shield and put it on the... There's no extra medium ones, is there? Could try putting this combination on, which doesn't work. So I'm going to have to basically put that shield back there. No, that doesn't work either. So let's just keep it where the original combination was, the original mixture. So perfect. Let's have a look. This is a migration 3D with these guys here. We've got one already. Migration treaties are in place for both of these parties. Got a migration treaty with these guys as well. Now let's look at that ship design for the cruiser design. Upgrade that to the latest design. Capacitors I could put in here, or afterburners. I think capacitors would be better option on here. Got a large disruptor at the moment on here. I think I can actually upgrade this disruptor to a ion disruptor. Yep. Now that does require more energy, as you can see. I might actually swap out one of these here, a large one, for a medium shield maybe. Yep, that seems to work. And I can actually put shield capacitors on there at the same time as well. We already have the highest grade in terms of the X-ray laser, so that's good. Now what's the range on these? That's 80, and the range on those is 70. Good question. Do I want to keep them all on there at the same? Let's put an extra one on there. 60 only. So if it's a medium design of the X-ray, it's 50. Whereas this one got a better range, doesn't it? In terms of medium. In terms of large, that is 70 and that is 80. So if I actually go for, well, the largest being the lasers. The X-ray laser is the latest design. That should do the trick. Now I think we've got enough points here now for getting this world colonized. So let's get that done.
Colonization in progress.
The consolidated Oscakes have timed out. Okay, so these guys here we had a trade deal with. Active sensor link for however many turns that would require. I can give them instant numbers here if I wanted to. Sweet spot. Get that deal in place. Good to have an active sensor link with someone else. Gives me a bit of insight into how they are performing. Now, have I already got the relevant ships in place? This ship here, it's still en route, as you can see. Now, I do have some worlds here that I need to add to another sector. These sectors are a little bit broken now, as you can see. It doesn't actually result in two different sectors now, it's still the same sector here. This sector here, and I do need to see which world I could potentially add to this. Which world could I actually push out to become part of that sector? Or do I want to create a new sector down here? I could as well. The thing is, how many sectors do I want to have? Planets and sectors. I'm allowed to have 5 sectors in total.
Research complete.
Let's have a look at our research. Leader lifespan is increased, which is great. Let's in. Ooh, Hypercom Forum. An immense facility equipped with avant-garde interpersonal communication equipment. The forum allows for the exchange of multisensory ideas in casual discussions. Ooh, Unity output is boosted. Okay, I think that's a quite nice one to have. We're building there the mining facilities as such. I'm going to move into this system here. And I'm going to scan here for relevant bits and bobs. send that ship out of here. These guys here are boosting the research, of course, assisting in the research, which of course is generating a gradual increase in terms of experience, which of course is great, exactly what we're looking for. We're still standing at 7 out of 7, but we do need to change that relatively soon to be able to provide the relevant boosts that we need. Let's maybe create that new sector straight away. Right, that new sector here, I'm gonna rename it, I think. So let's call this the southern sector. I keep on having the same problem. When I say problem, I had this in the previous recordings I've done. So every time you're basically within a particular sector, it'll basically not exactly give you what you're expecting. There's this sector here, which is fine. I need to basically have a look at this sector here. That's the Rochon sector. I'm going to call this the northern sector. Again, same issue, I keep on forgetting this. You need to actually have your mouse cursor in the box when you start typing, otherwise it just doesn't work. Northern sector, so that doesn't really work. Let's redo this for the same one here. And let's call this the central eastern. Central eastern sector. Okay, good. So in that sense, at least we got an idea of where we stand. We're still getting boosts here from the various parties. No purge, land grab objectives, federated, presented survival. So 81% out of that in terms of happiness. And it looks like our actual mix in terms of population is steadily changing. We're getting more people who are pacifist, which I don't think is a bad thing. There are a few xenophobes in there, unfortunately. Bit of a pity. Is that from these guys here? What could I do? I can basically suppress the political policies and values of the human psychic frontier policy. This will displease them and any like-minded factions. Okay. So where does it say we're actually suppressing them though? 26%, that is 22%, and that is 41%. Peopling Paradise, setting a Gaia world, embattled minorities. Alright, let's unpause the game. Let's give it another 2 minutes of gameplay before we actually pause properly. Put it into today's episode, I probably should say.
Construction complete.
Looks like I actually had an adverse effect on this section here as well. Right, that one is, what is it saying exactly? This sector here. Missing resources. Southern, yes. I will grant you some resources, don't worry. Too worried about the armies, rally points either. Now what we'll do at the beginning of next turn, or you should at the beginning of next turn see our fleet moving into here. So in the meantime, I'm just going to pause the game and we're going to call it a day. So I'd like to say thanks again for joining me. I hope that you have enjoyed today's episode, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Have a good day. Bye-bye.